Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to Malak Regency Hotel. We're doing a podcast series here. Today's our first guest is John Fontain. John, this is the first time you've been to Bosnia or the second time you've been to Bosnia?
This is my second time.
First time was when?
It was about 13 years ago. So it was a long time ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you're seeing a dramatic change between Bosnia.
Totally different, yeah. I mean, alhamdulillah, it's grew as a nation. SubhanAllah, it's so much infrastructure now. The people as well, it's a young generation. When I came, lots of old people, and now you have lots of young people very active out there.
How did you first hear Bosnia? How did you first come to Bosnia? Tell us about that.
So yeah, I first came to Bosnia because my local masjid in Manchester, we had a project, an orphanage. So our local masjid would raise funds for the orphanage, and they donated towards the orphanage. So we came to visit the orphanage. We would drive from Italy to Bosnia, travel around, seeing all the beautiful sights, and then we would go to the yearly janaza at Srebrenica, visit the janaza, and then visit the orphanage. And so we had a bit of a mixture of charity as well as showing some of the sights, going rafting.
Oh, so you went rafting.
I've been rafting before.
13 years ago.
Yeah, 13 years ago.
Okay,
yeah.
wow.
And tasting the food, the culture, beauty. It was amazing.
Did the food change that much in these 13 years?
I've tasted different foods now. So
Okay.
I went to the farm, the Malak farm, and they had some beautiful lamb, on this. Oh, it's amazing. I didn't have that last time.
It's amazing. Actually, Bosnia's really known for the meat.
And the soup, oh, mashallah. At the farm, it's beautiful. Yeah.
It's good.
Really
good.
Yeah.
They do it right, I think,
Yeah.
at the farm. They really know how to do
Very
that.
good place, yeah.
I think it's like country style Bosnian food, like village style.
Yeah.
But like gourmet village style.
Yeah. So we've been to Zenica, we're going to Tuzla, we came to Sarajevo for a few days as well. And we plan to go to Mostar as well.
Mostar's changed a lot as well. I think Mostar, I think what I like about Mostar is there are some amazing food places. I know we're talking about food a lot, but food is like very key place about Bosnia. Bosnia's famous for its food, I think.
Yeah, and there's also a lot more tourism, different from different parts. I mean, we've met people from all over Europe, France, Germany, Belgium, Austria, Poland, Hungary, and there's also a lot of Khalijis here from Saudi, Kuwait, Qatar, all over the Gulf, Kuwait. They really feel comfortable here, and there's also Muslim and non-Muslim tourists, there's Christian tourists. Yeah. There's everything here. Everyone feels peaceful and safe. It's a great place.
It's a relatively safe place to visit. I mean, a lot of people. So I had these cafes in the old town for many years, and I sold them. And people used to come to me, and I'd ask them, like tourists. All my customers were tourists, and they would ask me. I'd ask them. I say, how did you come to Bosnia? How did you hear about Bosnia? They'd always tell me the same thing. They were traveling the Croatian coast, and someone told them, "Oh, you have to go to Bosnia," and then they just rearranged their trip, did a detour, and came to Bosnia, and then they would tell someone else, and it just kept going like that.
I mean, the Balkans as a whole is a hidden gem. I mean, in the West, in England, we don't really think much about this part of the world. We're not aware of it. But it's a beautiful place. I've heard about Albania. I'm on my way to Albania and Bosnia. But when you cross, we came from Bulgaria through Romania through Serbia. But I'm not joking. As soon as you cross the border of Serbia, it just changes. Bosnia's like cauliflower mountains and beautiful green. I mean, Serbia has that beautiful greenery, but it's something different. It just changes, and
you can understand why there was a war here.
Definitely. I mean, it's very fertile. Lots of beautiful fruit and vegetables and organic. I know they have a project here as well with organic meat, milk, all sorts of different things.
Yeah, the farm. Basically, they started the farm because I think what's happening in the world, they really want to make a change and be really independent on where is the meat coming from for the hotel, where is the cheese coming from. They really want to have control on that. And make sure it's halal and all that sort of stuff. Because, you know, coming from UK, me coming from Australia, we know
it's a big thing. Yeah. Everyone wants organic stuff now. You know, and I think eventually, you know, it'll become popular here as well.
Tell me, how does it feel to be back in Bosnia?
It's amazing. I said this, you know, it was a very quick trip last time. We were literally in for one night in every city. We did a 10-day drive. It was very fast. But this time we were trying to spend 2 nights, 3 nights, getting a feel for the place. And we're meeting, you know, the Muslim community as well, and getting a feel for the tourism. And the people are just so welcoming. They know we're tourists, but they're not trying to rip you off. You know, they're not trying to get you in the shops. You know, they're not trying to oversell it. You go to the tourist destinations, some places you go, you know, in different countries, they're very pushy. You know, and this puts a lot of tourists off.
Especially like places like Morocco, you know, Marrakesh and all that,
Egypt,
pulling your shirts
tough.
and that.
You know, even Istanbul, you know, it's tough.
Really.
You know, that's why I love Bursa, you know, so much, because you don't get that. So, I mean, this is what I get. I get that feeling of, you know, they just let you
do your thing.
Do your thing, and people, you know, they're not trying to rip you off. There's prices on things, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to be paying 10 times the price for something, and it's fair, and it's good. Yeah.
I think Bosnia is I think it's one of the best places in Europe in terms of what you pay for your buck. You know. What you pay for, you get a lot of value here in Bosnia, and I think the people really, like you said, I think you can understand why there was a war here, because it's just 2 nice people.
Yeah.
Like even now, it's ready for dawah. It's ready for these type of projects. Yeah. It was ready years ago, and we need dawah. We really need dawah here in Bosnia. And we need new. I think Australia do a great dawah, UK do great dawah, America does great dawah, because they've allowed, they weren't under communism. Yeah, you know, they were allowed to think by themselves and say, we can do this. We have a right to do this.
Definitely,
we hear people say, no, you can't do that. You know.
Yeah. We get that feeling as well. Not just in Bosnia, it's the whole Balkans. You know, all the way from Bulgaria, all around. You know, this. You know, the history is a modern history, which has affected the people. And but we're living in 2025.
The iron's
yeah, but we're living in 2025. Things are different now. The world is more open. You know, people are more willing to listen, and everyone's receiving dawah anyway, whether it's Islamic dawah or Hollywood dawah, whatever it is. You know, they're all watching the same movies. They're all watching the same internet, the same YouTube. I mean, recently you had Speed come here. You see how many of the youngsters? Did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but they told me about it earlier. I saw today he came to Istanbul.
Yeah, how many people know? You know, so it's a world culture. We're all watching the same media now, and so, you know, people are thinking similar now. And I think it's time to open up the dawah. And as I said, we've seen some great opportunities. Many tourists literally looking into the mosques from outside. They really want to come in, you know, and
what a chance! What a chance to just communicate, to communicate.
Yeah.
The positivity of why we're alive, what reason we're alive.
And you have to understand, the tourists who come here, they're not against Islam. They're good people. They wouldn't come here if they didn't like Islam or didn't like Muslims. They would go somewhere else. But they've come to Bosnia because they feel safe. They don't see Islam as a bad thing. And a lot of these people are open to the message of Islam. And you've got these beautiful old mosques. You've got a big tradition of Christians here, even Jewish synagogues.
Yeah.
You know, Bosnia is known for that. So, you know, you can use that in your dawah. And people can see. I mean, you come here, there's churches which are actually younger than mosques.
Coexistence.
The mosques are
coexistence.
But the churches came in Islam after the mosques. It wasn't that Islam came after the churches. Muslims allowed them churches to be built. SubhanAllah, we just went to the Mufti's office today and he was telling us this history, that these churches are younger than the mosques, that the Muslims allowed these churches to be built, you know, and the synagogue, because they accepted Jewish refugees from Morocco, from Andalus at the time. They came to Bosnia. You know, and the people know that. The people know that, because when they go to other countries, you know, the mosques have been knocked down. You know, but we don't do that. You know, Muslims are allowed to, Christians are allowed to live amongst Muslims, you know, in the Muslim state and things like that. So this is what people recognize. They recognize that you know, tolerance that Islam has, and then they know it. They know Muslims are so tolerant.
John, tell me, where in Bosnia haven't you been yet that you'd like to go?
I've been rafting before, but I went on the baby raft. You know, the nice cruisy raft. But I want to go on a real raft. You know, like a real.
Okay, so you want to do it this year?
I'm ready.
I think we got to do rafting then this year. Okay, inshallah. We got to hook that up, because the first time I went rafting, I went with a bunch of guys. I went with some. It was about four English guys. Not English, they're Pakistani origin, from the UK, British guys, and it was so rowdy, so funny, and we were crying in laughter the whole way, and it was mashallah. It's such a blessed day. I think rafting is incredible.
It is, especially with your friends. It's a good bonding, you know, exercise. And the good thing about Bosnia, when I went to the farm, like, not everything has to be about the genocide. You know, you don't have to come to Bosnia just to learn about that or the history. You can come and have a good family vacation, you know, with your family, with your children. Like, the farm's a great place. I really like that. You know, you've got the history in Sarajevo, you've got the cable cars, there's so much to do. You know, whatever you like, even if it's sports, hiking, it is something for everyone.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think you have a lot of these Arabs that want to come just to be left alone with privacy with their family, to be up in the mountains, to have fresh running water, and just have like an amazing place, private VIP sort of treatment for themselves. And then you also have Malay. You have Malay Indonesians. You have Westerners, Turks that want to know about history. They want to learn. Exactly, they want to learn about the Ottoman history here, and all history here. You know, the pre-Ottoman history here as well. The Romans. There's pyramids here. There's all kinds of stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
what would you recommend? Because I don't know what I don't.
Okay, so for me, definitely. The horse riding is amazing. I don't know if you how many kilos you are and what your condition you are for riding a horse, but there's some great horse trails here.
It depends what the condition is.
There are like these buggies. We've got these buggies here, ATVs. There's zip lines and all that sort of stuff. There's adventure parks. There's an adventure park at the Malak farm there as well. They've got paintball there as well. You've got rafting. You have to go.
I love the rafting.
Rafting's amazing. Rafting is the best, but you got to go in a group. You got to go in like one or two groups or something.
Sure.
And I see Bosnia definitely as a place where, it's an ideal place for UK or Western Muslim youth camps to be based.
Yeah.
Because I think it's you have halal meat. You have all this so much security, so luscious freedom to do.
That's one thing I would say about the other countries in the Balkans. We were struggling to find halal meat. Like Romania, Serbia, these places. Here, you don't even have to think about it. Everything's halal.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. That's important.
Alhamdulillah.
So, I recommend people come, and it's beautiful.
Let's hit the rafting soon. All right, let's try and make a plan for that. John, thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Inshallah, you come and visit us again.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
All right, guys. Assalamu alaikum.